What's up? What's up? What's up? How is everybody doing today? Here I come. Here I come. What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Whew. What's going on with y'all? Let me do my roll call and we're going to get into some things. We got things to talk about. What's up, Tracy? Hey, Really B Tribe. Hey, what's up, B-Lo? Hey, L Love. It's chilly. Woo, 30s and you don't mind? Okay, girl. It's chilly on this Saturday evening in Wisconsin. Okay. Hey, Jonathan, how are you, boo? How you doing? How's it going? Ciao. Hey, Diva, what's up, boo? What's up, what's up, what's up? So, good afternoon, you guys. Hope everybody had a great Saturday. Let's get into some things of the things. Let me share this out because y'all know how YouTube like to play games with me. Make sure everybody, I ain't been here in a couple of days, so make sure YouTube still, well, you know, I ain't gonna say still love me, but love me, child. Love me. What y'all got going on? Let me see. Hold on, let me share this out. All right, we are live. All right, Diva, are we ever gonna get the rest of this circle season? I mean, goodness gracious, this don't make no sense. I'm just trying to figure out, are we gonna get it or what? What they doing over there to the circle, honey? Don't make no sense to me. Okay. I'm sorry. Reporting live from DC. Okay, what's up, China White? Hey, y'all. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I'm here. All right, let's go ahead and get this party started. So, like I said, happy Saturday to everybody. Let's go ahead and get into it because I got a lot to talk about. The first thing I need to bring you is not a lot of people in the room, but that's okay. When we vote, y'all know we're just going to vote. I have a shit we did not ask for today. So here is under the category of things we did not ask for. Now, for those of you that are new here, we vote like this. It's a 1 in the chat if it is something you asked for. It really should be the other way around, but since we started doing it the wrong way, it's going to be what it's going to be. And then you're going to put a 2 in the chat if it's something we did not ask for. Now, let me go on and tell y'all what it is for today, okay? Here's what it is for today. Today, in the category of things we did not ask for, we have Pepsi is in a partnership with IHOP, and they are releasing a maple syrup Pepsi. This is a real thing, ladies and gentlemen. This is a real thing. This is not a drill. How do we feel about maple syrup flavored Pepsi? You see the little IHOP icon at the bottom? This is a partnership with IHOP. Is this a 1? Yes, I'm going to try it. I'm down for it. Or is this a 2? We didn't ask for this. We didn't ask for this. B-Lo voted for everybody. Hey, Sam J. B-Lo voted for everybody. You saw that on the news, Zap? Danny said, hell no. Diva Juan said, hell no. Xavier, Sam. Okay. Well, I feel like that is a unanimous for the group that this is something we did not ask for. China White said, oh, hell no. It's a whole lot of this. That might need to be a new category. Maybe it's gonna be a 3 for oh hell nah, because we got a whole lot of oh hell nahs tonight. Maybe that should be the new category. 1 if we asked for it, 2 if we didn't, and a 3 if it's a oh hell nah. Yeah, that just sounds like diabetes in a can. It just doesn't sound like something I want. It doesn't sound like something I want. All right. So we got that out the way. That is in our category. For those who are new here, we do our things we did not ask for, and that falls right. Devon said 3. People are just in the lab creating whatever. Be damned if it tastes good. Child, exactly. They just making shit up. Okay, now y'all putting 3s. Okay, well, we got a new category. We have created a new category tonight. Okay. Maple is too sugary sweet, while Pepsi is a distilled sweet. Okay, you got real specific. All I know is that's just too sweet. That's too much. I'm sorry. That is just way too much for me. So okay. So I've released. Okay, so for those who are my members, I only see one member in the chat right now, and that's okay, Danny. Danny's my only member, but go ahead and drop the link, the membership link, Danny, in case anybody wants to become a member. I just uploaded a video about maybe an hour ago, giving y'all a little bit of tea. I did a video last night on Tracy Braxton's homegoing service, and there were some things that I didn't make public because I want to just, I didn't want to put everything out there. So if you are a member, y'all go over there when we are done. Oh, well, okay, here go my members. Okay, what's up, members? Okay. You think they were hot while they were created? They probably were. Okay, I see my members now. My bad. Okay, hey, members. So y'all make sure y'all go check that video out if you have not already checked it out. And if you want to become a member, somebody gonna drop the link before the video's over for the membership link. But I will say this before I do want to clear something up. Yesterday, the video that I released gave you guys information on Tracy Braxton's homegoing service. And I'm just going to say it comes from a very reliable source, okay? It comes from somebody who is a reliable source. And some comments were put under my video about Sherelle's World did a video last night in reference to the family strife that's going on around Tracy's ceremony. Now, I have not watched the video, Sherelle's World video, and y'all know I ain't about no beefing or nothing like that. But what I will say is this. From my understanding, Sherelle talked about the fact that there seems to be some sort of conflict between Tracy's sisters and her mom and what's going on with the arrangements that are being made for Tracy. So all I'm going to say is this. I think we tend to forget that Tracy had more family than just her famous side of her family, right? We get caught up in the whole Tony, Tamar, Tawanda, Mama Braxton, Trina. We get caught up on that side. I think we forget that she was also a wife, that she was also a mother. She was a grandmother. She was a sister. They have a whole brother that lives here in Maryland. Her father lives here in Maryland. So when I say her family is going to be at these programs, her family is going to be at these programs. Now, whether it's going to be her sisters, that I can't speak to. That, okay, it won't let you. Okay, we'll get it, Danny. We'll get it. We'll get the link in the chat, you guys. I can't speak to that. You know what I'm saying? I can't say who the roll call is going to be. So there may very well be some sort of strife going on within the family. I'm not speaking to that. I can only tell you certain things that are going to be happening this weekend and next week as it relates to Tracy's homegoing. And that's all. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that she ain't right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that her information isn't legitimate. I ain't saying none of that. I'm only saying that I know certain things were planned and that they're coming from the family. Do y'all understand? Y'all understand what I'm saying? They're coming from the family. Are they coming from Tracy and Tamar? I mean, Tony and Tamar? Maybe not. But they are coming from her husband, her son, her family. Okay. I wonder if when they say family, they mean friends and distance family, not her immediate family. Honestly, her husband and son should have the final say on how the services are handled. Well, and that's it. Her husband is her immediate family. Her husband is her immediate family, and he makes all of those decisions. And let me just say this too, and I'm not on the inside of this. I'm not. If you watch the video, I'm very candid and very clear about where I got my information from and why I believe the information and why I repeated the information, okay? Because if this was coming from a place that I didn't think I could trust, I wouldn't have said anything. But let me say this. Tracy has been sick for a long time. Tracy knew that her cancer was not getting any better. I am pretty certain, I can't say 100% certainty, but I'm pretty certain that certain plans were put in place with Tracy's consent, with Tracy's approval. That's my opinion. Now, I have not talked to anybody to verify that, but there are certain, I don't believe that there was no conversation had. I don't believe that there were no plans that were to be put in place. I just don't believe that. It wasn't sudden. Her family was here the night that she passed away because they knew she was on her final days. My friend who I got this information from, her motorcycle club did a drive-by. They knew that she was in her final stages. So I don't believe that these conversations weren't had. Now, maybe not every single detail, but I believe that there were certain things that had already been decided. And again, this is my opinion. Okay, y'all? I think that maybe her sisters and mother maybe had a different idea of what they wanted to do and what they wanted that to look like. And that's where the conflict is coming in. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. And I absolutely believe that below. I think that, but unfortunately, we've seen it in our own families. Death brings out the worst in people. And we've seen it in our own families. If you've never seen it in your family, then consider yourself lucky. But I think most of us have seen in our own families where death just brings out the worst, even when it's not sudden and people know, hey, this is happening. Even when that goes down. So that's unfortunate. But I just wanted to say that. And again, I wanted to publicly say that I was not contradicting anything that Sherelle's World said. I'm not saying that her information is invalid. I'm not saying that it's bogus. I haven't even looked at, and that's not even out of no shade. Y'all know I watched Sherelle's World. I just haven't had a chance to go look at that video today. But all I'm saying is her family was there last night, will be there tonight, and will be there next Thursday. Now, which members of her family? I ain't doing a roll call. When my father was sick and he knew he was leaving, he put everything in place. Yeah. And the thing is this, unfortunately, you can put everything in place, but if you don't put the proper legal parameters around putting everything in place, people can still do whatever they want to do. And that's the sad part. But I think that Kevin Sr., I think that her husband is very clear. And let's also be clear. He's been dealing with these Braxtons. He's been dealing with this Braxton family for 30 years. He knows what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's dealing with, and he knows what he's doing. They've been together since she was 19 years old. She was 50 when she passed. He knows what he's dealing with. He knows exactly what he's dealing with. In this case, I believe the sister may have made comments, and it may have been amplified because surely everyone should know her husband and her son has the final say. Exactly. He is her next of kin. They were not separated. They were not in a bad space. They were not, you know what I'm saying? Like none of that. And it still doesn't matter if they were still legally married. It still doesn't matter. But, there was none of that was going on. So, yeah. Yep. So what's up, Star? Hey, boo. What's up, Lady V? So that's what I just wanted to say about that. All right, let's get into some other things, child. I've been dropping some quick drops this week. But we have a little something to get into. So do we want to talk about birth control for men? You want to go there? My dad let us know his wishes, but because there was no will, my grandparents tried to do things he wouldn't want and had to put my foot down. My mom was in no shape to fight. Oh, girl, people will do, and it's not always with any ill intent. They're dealing with their grief as well, and sometimes people's grief it comes out in ways that are not always the best. You know what I'm saying? Grief comes in different ways. It waves itself in different ways. But anyway, Yes, yes, yes for the birth control. Let me say this. This is a great breakthrough. Let me be very clear. This is an absolute wonderful breakthrough. This is this will change the world. It'll probably be a lot fewer babies born, maybe fewer abortions, maybe fewer baby mamas. Okay? All of that is great. But I'm going to caution us the same way I would caution a man. Number one, they still have to remember to take that pill every day, just like we had to remember to take that pill every day. And we can't trust the man to remember to take the trash out in the morning, okay? So you better stay on top of it, ladies. If you got a man that say he on the pill, just like they want to make sure that we really on the pill, you better make sure he really on the pill, okay? Don't go around here just trusting him. Oh, he's on the pill. Oh, he's on the pill. Number two, the same thing we told ladies about sexually transmitted diseases. It don't stop nothing from going away, okay? You still need to strap it up if you're not sure and you don't know who you're dealing with, okay? Because it don't stop nothing. The same thing we've been telling women all these years, we got to tell men. Now, don't get me wrong. I think it's a great thing. They said that it was 99% effective in mice. So I'm here for the 99% effective. I am here for all of it, okay? But I'm just going to tell y'all, ladies, don't go out here doing backflips just yet. You still got to stay on top of these things. You still got to make sure that everything is everything. You still got to make sure that he's taking his pills. I saw somebody in the chat say put it in his food. I'm here for that, okay? I am here for mixing it up in the mashed potatoes. I am here for it, okay? I'm here for the his body, his choice movement. I know that's right. Me too. I was just on TikTok and people in the comments were mad that a grandmother didn't want to raise her grandchildren, talking about it's her job as a grandma. All these people need that pill. And that's the thing, but it's not her job. It's not. It's a great thing when it happens, and we know that grandparents have had to do it more times than not, but it absolutely positively is not a grandparent's job. It's not. Hey, Eagle fan. Alive heading out of Tennessee from the family, and I know the traffic's gonna be crazy. Oh well, thank you. We'll be here for a little while. We only been here for about 20 minutes, so we're gonna be here for a little while. Well, I'm glad I can help a little bit, but yeah, we just gotta be careful. But yeah, that's part of the problem. That's why grandparents don't raise kids the same way they raise their kids, because they're not supposed to. They're supposed to be fun. They're supposed to be, that those words of wisdom. That's supposed to be the place you go when your mom and daddy got a date night. Like, that's what all that stuff is supposed to be. Grandma and grandpa house is not supposed to be a permanent location. Now, granted, when things happen, it's great. Don't get me wrong. It is great that grandparents step in, and a lot of times they do their best. But no, it is not their job. It is not. Anyway. But I just thought I'd let y'all know. But it seems like y'all already heard about it, child. I'm a few days late. But in case you did not know, they have had a breakthrough in the. Now, this is what I don't understand. What the hell took so long? I mean, the birth control pill came out in the 1960s, I think. What the hell took y'all 50 years? The male body and the female body, I understand is different, but it ain't that damn different. What the hell took y'all so long? I think y'all had this information for a very long time, but y'all didn't want to use it. I believe y'all have had this information. I feel like y'all was holding on to it. Y'all was hoarding it. You didn't want nobody to know. What's up, LaDonna? Because I'm not understanding what took y'all so damn long. Misogyny. I know that's right. Oh, you hadn't heard about it? Oh, well, I'm glad I brought you some new information. I'm glad. Good. That's all I want to know. What'd you say, China White? Black men are not going to take anything they think is going to affect child. Right. The baby gonna shrivel it up. It's gonna affect their pockets, honey. It is not a good look. So anyway, we'll keep our eye on that one, child. We will keep our eye on that one. All right, now, Brandy, Brandy, Brandy housekeeper said that Brandy people fired her because she got too old. Brandy housekeeper that she had for 20 years said that Brandy fired her because she done got too old because she is 60 now, and that's why she fired her. So she is suing Brandy for her last 2 days of a salary because she said they did not pay her for her last 2 days on the job, and punitive damages, or y'all know whatever the words they use, in the amount of $200 and something thousand. She also said that she was never able to take her allotted break. Listen. Listen. Far be it for me to not take the side of the working man. But on this one, I think I'm gonna have to go with Brandy on this one. Xavier, you said Brandy don't just pay this woman, so you're assuming that this woman's telling the truth? Why should Brandy have to get this woman $200 and something thousand if she ain't do nothing wrong? I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. Based on the information we have now, again, don't know a whole lot of the information, but based on the information we have, this woman was fired back in February, and she said that it's because she's old. Now, I will say this. There are some, and this, I don't have all of the information, but there are some jobs that she may no longer be able to do, right? She is in her 60s. Maybe she hurt her back. Maybe she got a bad knee. Maybe she can't get in them crevices like she used to. She's been doing it for 20 years. And Brandy, I think, has lived in the same house for a long time. So you maybe you can't hit them corners like you used to. Maybe you can't get down on them hands and knees and scrub that bathroom floor like you need to. Okay, maybe you can't get in that tub like you're supposed to get in that tub. So were you fired or let go because you got old, or because maybe you no longer can do the job that they need you to do? Now, with that being said, I know a lot of times we start thinking about celebrities and think that they just got endless money. But if Brandy don't need two housekeepers, Brandy don't need two housekeepers. If she can hire one person to do everything she needs them to do, why should she keep this woman on just because she's a nice lady or just because she's been here for 20 years if she can't do the job? So now I got to pay two people to do the job of one? I'm just saying. At best, without proof, she'll win the last 2 days of a non-paid working earnings. Right. If she can prove that. Now, Brandy's team might cut a check just for her to go away. I mean, she may be able to get away with that just so she can go away. But honestly, I don't know. I just haven't a tired. You just don't like Brandy. Okay. Right. That's what I'm saying, L Love, at this point. So I just can't find nobody just because maybe and this is in California, and somebody put in my comments that California is a no-fault state. So she really don't need a reason. If it's a no fault or at will, what they call it? At will, no fault means a divorce. At will. If she's an at will employee, Brandy really don't need a reason. Danny, are you still in the chat? You in California? Are you still in the chat? Is California a no fault state? I just feel like if Brandy gave that woman her notice and Brandy did right by her, like you said, Diva, if she owes that woman a few days of work, then go and pay that woman because she makes $125 a day. Go on and write her a $300 check and say it's been nice. Okay, I appreciate you. Thank you for all that you've done. But she really doesn't need, like, if she no longer wants that woman in her employ, it just makes you nervous. It's like, okay, so Danny, who lives in that area, she said she lives in California. She said it is a at fault. I mean, it is a at will state. So if it's an at will state, Brandy don't need a reason to fire that woman. And it would be hard for you to prove that she fired you because you are old, unless you have her on tape or an email or a text saying you're too old to do this job now. But even with that, you can finesse it into you are no longer physically able to fulfill the duties of this job. Because as a housekeeper, there are things that Brandy might need that woman to do that maybe she can't physically do anymore. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. As far as Brandy not allowing her to take her breaks, girl, you worked there for 20 years. You ain't had a break in 20 years? You ain't never sat down and watched the soap operas in between loads of laundry? You ain't never sit outside on the deck overlooking the pool and just take a minute? You ain't never have an extra cup of coffee before you got started on that living room, dining room situation? Like, I'm sorry. And again, I don't want to sound like I just don't have no faith that I'm going against the working man, because Lord knows I'm a working man too. Working woman, okay? But I'm sorry, y'all. On this one, I swear you can't make this shit up. I would have just paid her a full week so we both could move on, but you ain't getting 250 G's for that. I'm being nice paying for the extra days in the DoorDash meal. Not a DoorDash meal. But that's what I'm with you though, Lauren. I'm with you on that one. Like, I might go ahead and drop you a couple of $1,000s for you to leave me alone. But honestly, at this point, y'all, it's like, damn. So I can't just no longer want you to work for me anymore. Girl, she sounds questionable with the no break. Yeah. And I mean, maybe Brandy doesn't need a full-time living house. I mean, I don't know if this one was full-time living. I don't know. But maybe Brandy doesn't need a full-time housekeeper anymore. She's an adult. Her daughter is grown. It's just the two of them in that house, as far as I know. I mean, she might have some friends in and out or whatever. I don't know Brandy's living situation. But Brandy got a whole house in Calabasas, which means it's one of them old mansions or mini mansion. I remember at one point in time, Brandy had this huge house. And at the time, it was just her. I want to say maybe that's when she had the fake husband. But either way, it was this huge house. Now, I think she sold that house and she downsized. But even then, she's still living in Calabasas. Calabasas ain't no joke. Like, even a small house in Calabasas is probably a 4 or 5 bedroom situation. Okay. Maybe just, her daughter is grown. She's grown. Maybe she only needs somebody to come through there 2 or 3 days a week versus 5 days a week, because it's just the two of them. Brandy's working more. She's flying back and forth to Atlanta. Maybe she just ain't home and she don't need it. If you cannot fill the job, they were on disability. The employer has to make reasonable accommodations. If not, they can and will let you forget if there's no position available, let you go. Right. So if there is like a handicap situation, Danny is saying that the employer has to make reasonable accommodations. If they were on disability. So this woman has worked for Brandy for 20 years, and let's say she wasn't on disability. And now that she's older, she physically cannot. Because I guess my thing is, at what point do I have to keep somebody in my employ that can't do the job? What's up, Robert? If you can't do the job, if you're no longer able to do the job, I have to keep employing you? So now I got to pay for somebody to do the job and keep you on? The lady playing games, everyone knows if your employer stiffs you on breaks, you take them to the labor board. And all I'm saying is, and again, y'all, I want to be very clear. I don't want to sound like I'm accusing this woman, but you've been working there for 20 years. I could see if this had been a 6-month situation. I could see, but 20 years, ma'am, you have been working there for 20 years, which again tells me that Brandy knew exactly how old you were. Like, it wasn't a surprise to her. Brandy's accommodations would get out. That Brandy's accommodations would get out. California is a very worker-friendly state, and they have penalties for missing meals and breaks, and they lean on the side of the employee without proof. You don't have to keep them. They can let you go. Anyway, I just want to let y'all know that's what's going on with the Brandy situation, child. I'm sure this is gonna be one of those situations that just goes away and we probably just don't hear about it again. Brandy gonna probably play down. Brandy's team did release a statement basically saying, yeah, we didn't do nothing wrong, and that's pretty much it. But they're probably gonna throw that woman a couple of $1,000 and she gonna go away, and that's gonna probably be that. I think she was just trying to embarrass Brandy. Maybe she was hurt. You know, she had worked for Brandy for 20 years. She probably didn't see it coming, right? She probably ain't see it coming, and then it happened. So, but we probably won't get no whole lot of update to this. Speaking of lawsuits, let's just go into this Mariah Carey situation. So Mariah Carey's brother has sued her for defamation after she released her memoirs. Basically saying that what he said about her wasn't true in the book, and she defamed his character. So she countersuing him for her legal fees, because she said, not only am I telling the truth and you're gonna lose, I'm gonna countersue you for my legal fees because you're bothering me now. You're getting on my nerves. You're doing too much. You're doing too much, sir. You're doing too much. Again, what's up, Miss Honey? Oh, Miss Honey, I meant to get in touch with you earlier this week. I'll talk to you. I'll hit you up. Labor board don't play with breaks, meals, and timely payments. Right. The lady had breaks. Think about all that time she been working there. You mean to tell me Brandy didn't go out of town working or vacation ever? Right. That's what I'm saying. Listen, I ain't want to go all the way down that road, but let's go all the way down that road. Ma'am, you are not going to sit here and tell me that you did not take advantage of the time in which wasn't nobody in that house bothering you. You're not going to tell me that you ain't leave early some days. You ain't going to tell me you ain't come in late some days. You're not going to tell me that you didn't sit down and enjoy an extra cup of coffee with your feet kicked up, overlooking on the deck, overlooking the pool. You're not going to tell me that you wasn't sitting in that basement watching on the full screen TV, whatever that favorite show is that you like to watch, because won't nobody there bothering you. You're just not going to tell me that, ma'am. I don't believe you. So, first of all, and I mean, Brandy probably has a house manager or somebody that is in her house, in and out when she's not home, you know, in and out her house, you know, her daughter and all of that. So I'm not saying that woman was just there by herself all the time, but you're not going to sit here and tell me that there weren't times that you was alone and you were just enjoying what you needed to enjoy by yourself. I just don't believe it, ma'am. I don't believe it. Child, Mariah's family don't like her, and she clearly don't like them, because she blasted all their asses in that book, honey. She blasted all of them in that book, so they don't like each other. It's mutual. Mariah sued her ex for wasting her she sure did. That was funny. And she got to keep the ring. And didn't he pay her? He gave her a settlement. I said, now that's a mess. I said, you can't be mad at Mariah for that one. Mariah got a settlement from an engagement. I said, now you can't make this stuff up. Y'all ain't even get married and Mariah got a settlement out of you. And she kept that big ass ring. That big ass ring that man gave her. She sure did. I remember that. Ooh, I remember that, because I remember thinking, it must be nice. That's what I remember thinking, that it must be nice. And that might have been what was going on, Ella. They might have caught her doing some things that she wasn't supposed to be doing. And Brandy didn't want to, be mean about it. So Brandy let her go, probably gave her a little this. But I'm telling you, they probably caught that woman doing something she wasn't supposed to be doing, y'all. I'm just saying, that's how I feel. It isn't like she was at a job where she needed to be relieved for work. Right. It's not like you worked the register or you was on a line somewhere, and if you ain't take your break, like, come on, girl. And again, I'm not saying that your work was easy, because the work is not easy, okay? Taking care of a home, especially a home that was probably as large as Brandy's. I'm not saying it was easy, but I'm also not going to sit here and pretend like that woman didn't have time to kick her feet up. Now, I'm sorry. I'm just not going to do it. I'm just not going down that road. I'm not going down that road. Sorry, y'all. I've seen people get their checks for missing breaks, meals, etc. when they left a company. I get in trouble all the time for missing lunch breaks because they had to pay me and pay a penalty for missing lunch or not taking the required time. I mean, I remember a lawsuit. Walmart got in trouble for that. Remember, there was this big lawsuit where Walmart got in trouble for not giving people their breaks like they were supposed to, or making people clock out, or it was something shifty about how Walmart was doing people's breaks. Because I know when I worked at Walmart, child, we had to clock out and clock back in for our breaks. And then I found out later on that was illegal. I said, well, where do I get my money? Where do I get my money? Because I sure had to clock out and clock back in for my breaks. But anyway. But I think that's one of the things that Walmart had got sued for. But anyway, so yeah, so I just want to let y'all know that, and I'll keep y'all updated on that because it ain't really a whole lot there. Like I said, I don't know if it's going to end up going all the way to court for defamation, and she's going to have to prove some of the things she said about her brother. But I feel like, and I could be wrong, but I feel like that she could probably defend what she said. Now, I don't know how much proof she has because, I mean, that was a long time ago, and all of that. But he said it ain't true, so we going to see. I would never think to sue because I didn't take my lunch break, but it's not like my managers forced me to stay. You think Mariah sold that ring or she wearing it around the house in her lingerie? Child, no, Mariah, she wearing it around the house in her lingerie. If it were anybody else, I would say they probably sold it. But her, Mariah, she be wearing it with her lingerie, girl. Speaking of selling stuff and being petty, why is Jennifer Hudson's ex-fiance David, what's his name, Ortonga? Why he's selling the engagement ring that he bought for her? Now, is that an act of petty or is that an act of desperation? Is he selling it because he need the money or is he selling it because he being petty? Because my thing is, the next woman you meet and fall in love with, she ain't gonna know. How's she gonna know? She ain't gonna know. Or you could even take the stone out and get a different setting. She really won't know. But you gonna sell it? Cardi got all the girls suing. I know, right? Child. Well, Cardi B just got a lawsuit thrown out. Her and her sister were being sued by a group of Trump supporters because Cardi B called them racist. And they got thrown out because they racist. Not all Trump supporters, but clearly these Trump supporters. I guess Cardi's lawyers were able to show enough proof that Cardi based it on some fact. Child. I think he needs the money. What has he been doing lately? Well, he got a whole law degree. Now, I know he decided to go and be a wrestler for a few years, and he was doing that. But he does have a whole law degree that he could fall back on. Now, whether he ever wants to practice law or not, that's a whole nother conversation. But he can do other things with that law degree and make decent money. I mean, I'm not saying he's gonna be a multi-billionaire, but he can make some decent money. Yeah, he could write books, he could do a podcast. Shit. Everybody doing a podcast, he can do a podcast. See, right, Miss Honey, he got a whole law degree. And he was doing corporate law. Child, if he don't dust that shit off and pull it from out back of his closet and go get him a job. Because remember, he also was getting child support from Jennifer. He sued her for child support or something. Remember, didn't he sue her for child support? Because he wanted full custody of the son, or because he had the son more than she did. It was something he was trying to get some money from her. I remember that. He's an actor now. He was in a Tyler Perry movie. Well, let me be clear. Being in a Tyler Perry movie does not make you an actor. Being in a Tyler Perry movie means you were in a Tyler Perry movie. What's up, Pat? But I understand what you're saying. But all I'm saying is he could have done some other things. But again, it may very well be, that he needed the money. I don't know. Seems like Jennifer owes him because Jennifer cheated on him with Molly Music. Oh, he feels like Jennifer owes him. I knew they wasn't going to get married when he got mad because she lost all that weight. Because he said that he liked his women thick. He missed the meat on her bones. But I was thinking to myself, you wasn't talking about liking your women thick when you was trying to get with New York. You ain't had no problem with her. He's a man scorned. Child. Kim K said, get off your ass and work. Lord, Miss Honey, don't do us. Don't do us. I don't think he's African, but don't quote me on that, child. I don't know. I don't even know. All right. Well, in other news, Donald Glover has hired Malia Obama to be a writer on his new TV show. Now, we know this is the final season of Atlanta. He's got a whole new show he's working on, and he has hired Malia Obama. In case you don't know who that is Baraka and Michelle's daughter, to be a writer on his new show. And he said that she's a very talented writer. And a lot of people may not realize that she did do an internship in Hollywood. I think she did 2 summers. I'm not sure, and then she took a gap year between when she started Harvard, from high school to Harvard. She did a gap year where she worked out in LA working because remember they were making a big deal about her parents hooking her up with their connections and getting her a job working for some studio. So she's not a novice. She's not coming out of nowhere. She definitely has training. She definitely has a background in it. So I'm happy to hear it. It sounds good. It sounds good to me. I'm excited for this show. It's slightly inspired by Beyonce and Rihanna. Beyonce and Rihanna doing what? She worked for Weinstein? Well, Lord, yes. Sorry about that. Tyler Perry actors out here getting roles in NBC, ABC, and some other networks nowadays. They are. They are. Donald Glover, we need another Childish Gambino album. We do. We do need some more Childish Gambino in our life. Child. Now he just likes fish. He don't care what ocean they from. Oh, Lord. Oh, the show is about a Beyonce type pop singer. Oh, Lord. Okay, we'll be there. I mean, we'll see what he's talking about. I feel like we've been there and done that, but okay, we'll see what he's talking about. All right, let's get into this. So I did a quick drop on this the other day. Daniel Kaluuya, the actor from Get Out and Black Panther and Judas and the Black Messiah, he has fired his whole management team, and he has hired a woman that he identifies as his spiritual advisor. Now, at first, they were saying that wasn't his manager, but now they're saying that woman is his manager. And the people around him are very worried about him. His friends and family are very worried that this woman is like a shyster, and she's like trying to take advantage of him, and she's got like some sort of control over him. I'm a little nervous myself, y'all, because we've heard these stories before, and they don't end well. We have heard these stories before, and they do not end well, okay? So, what y'all thinking? That woman done put a root on him? Child, she might have. She might have put the root on him. But it's kind of scary, because when I read it, and I did it, like I said, I did a quick drop on it earlier this week. And when I read the information, he met her when he was filming the first Black Panther. And at first he was like just going to her on a regular basis for her spiritual leadership. But I'm wondering if her spiritual leadership told him to fire his management team, his stylist. He fired his assistants, his stylist, his management team, and just hired her. Now, the article said that he does still have his main management company, like the big company that manages him, but everybody else around him, he's fired, and he only has her. It's some real life witches out here. There are people out here who practice witchcraft. They are. Probably put that hoodoo that she do so well on him, trying to isolate him. Yeah. And there's some speculation that their relationship is sexual. So y'all know that adds a little something to it, because we know a woman's, the JJ have started wars, honey. So we know that it very well could be something dealing with that. We know that has happened before. So it just doesn't end well. It makes you nervous. It makes you nervous. So we're gonna keep an eye on that, y'all. He may have some issues. Yeah, I mean, it just doesn't sound good. And we'll, like I said, we'll keep an eye out on it. We'll definitely keep an eye out on it, because I really would hate to hear this. Oh, I really, really would hate to hear this, y'all. Because I really like him. He's a very talented brother, and I really hate to see him get caught up in some bullshit. I watched enough Charmed and Lovecraft Country. You know what, Xavier? Not Charmed. Did you say Charmed? Boy, bye. Not Charmed. All right, y'all. Now look, this last little bit of she whispering in his ear while giving him the reach around. Right, she doing something. It is not cute at all. It is not cute at all. Then you're going to end up like Monique if he's not careful. Child, somebody. Right. Abby, do me a favor while you're in here. Can you grab the membership link and drop it in the chat? Danny wasn't able to get it earlier. Can you grab it, please, for me? The membership link. Just in case anybody wants to go ahead and get that. So let me get into this. Now, this is going to be the last. Now, this might turn into a little bit of a sugar spike moment. For those of you who watch El Teddy 27, y'all know what I'm talking about. So we know that Kanye West was uninvited, disinvited, whatever you want to say, from the Grammys, right? He is not going to be allowed to perform down to the Grammys, which I didn't even know he was supposed to be performing until they said he won't perform it. But okay. But he was disinvited from the Grammys. Maybe he was just disinvited from coming, whatever. Trevor Noah is one of the hosts. So one of the reasons why they disinvited him is because of his harassment of Trevor Noah. Now, Trevor Noah said, I don't have no problem with him coming. Kanye don't bother me. He said, I never said I wanted Kanye canceled. I wanted Kanye counseled. Kanye needs help. So his thing is, I don't have nothing to do with this. I'm not about cancel culture. I'm not saying that this man can't show up, this man can't come. That's a decision that the Grammys made. I didn't have no influence on it. I didn't bring it up. I didn't have nothing to do with it. Okay. So he wanted to be clear about that. So now we have all these celebrities that support Kanye West saying we need to boycott the Grammys and have our own. We need to stop. The Grammys don't mean anything. The Grammys ain't for us. The Grammys this, the Grammys that. We need to stop going to the Grammys. We need to have our own. So then Quavo from the group Migos, he said that he's not going to the Grammys this year, which again, I don't think nobody's going to notice, and say, I'm going to start my own award show. So this is what I have to say to all the Quavos of the world and all these other artists who are saying that we need to start our own award show and the Grammys ain't this and the Grammys ain't that. Let me remind y'all, please, let me remind all of y'all, we already have our own award shows. Y'all don't fucking show up. We got the BET Awards. We have the NAACP Image Awards. We have had other awards in the past, the Source Awards, the BET Hip Hop Awards. We have had award shows in the past that are by us, for us, geared towards us to celebrate us. But you know what ends up happening? Y'all come to those award shows where y'all don't want to come up. when y'all need the exposure, when y'all need people to come and hear y'all music, when y'all need people to know who y'all are. And the minute y'all reach the pinnacle, the minute y'all get to that point where y'all think y'all have quote unquote made it, you stop showing up. You stop coming. So don't sit here and tell me now, oh, well, we need to have our own. Bitch, we got our own. Y'all don't come. So now I'm saying to myself, y'all, this is real funny to me. Like, y'all really think that y'all gonna go out here and start your own Grammys? But we could make the BET Awards the Grammys. We could make the NAACP Image Awards the Grammys. But y'all don't come. We got to beg y'all to come to these shows. And yes, I'm talking to our icons. I'm talking to the people who have, quote unquote, reached the mountaintop. Beyonce don't never come to those shows no more. Ever. But the minute they announced that she was going to be, the Soul Train Awards, thank you, Anton. But the minute they announced that she was going to be performing at the Oscars, her ass started trending. But they can't beg her to come to the NAACP. Well, maybe not the NAACP. Well, shit, the NAACP Awards, the BET Awards, the Soul Train Awards. The last time she did come to the Soul Train Award, to the BET Awards, she performed first with Kendrick Lamar and left. Later on in the night, she won an award and her ass wasn't even there. Her mama accepted the award on her behalf. So even when she showed up, she performed with Kendrick Lamar and left. And she ain't the only one. I just remember her. But we do that. We come on these shows when we need it. Meg Thee Stallion, Lizzo, all of them, they are all over the BET Awards when they coming up. It's a stepping stone for them. And and when they get invited to the Grammys, when they become part of the norm, the status quo, the mainstream, they don't have time no more. So I find it very funny how all of a sudden now y'all want y'all own show because y'all mad because they trying to kick Kanye out the club. Now all of a sudden we need our own. We have our own. Y'all don't support it. Y'all don't show up. Y'all don't come. Beyonce says she don't have time to be stepping over hot wings and Hennessy. I'm not doing this with you. Meg was just on the BET Awards last year. Right, that's what I'm saying. She's on there now. I understand. That's my whole point. They come on when they need the come up. They come on when they need the exposure. But if Meg stays on the trajectory that she is on, the next time we're gonna see Meg Thee Stallion is when she getting the Lifetime Achievement Award or the Vanguard Award or something. That's the only time they can get these big stars to come back now is to get them a Vanguard Award. Now all of a sudden they here. Now all of a sudden they showing up. But if it's just a regular old award show that they're nominated for, think about it. How many times are we looking at the Soul Train Awards or the I'm gonna just keep it to the Soul Train Awards and the BET Awards, and somebody wins and they're not there to accept their award? How many times do we see that happen? How many times do we see that happen? Tell Ye and Quavo that's SWDAF. Well, the Migos are always at the BET Awards. They've had more BET performances than Grammy performances. Okay, that's great. Then Quavo should know we already have our own. They look down on the BET Awards after they reach a certain. They do. They absolutely do. Now, Beyonce's defense, she barely shows up to any award shows. With BET, she was in the middle of a world tour and had to be in a different country less than 48 hours. Hence why she had to perform first. Yeah, okay. She was on tour, had to leave. Okay, y'all telling me she was on tour. Okay, thank you. Okay, I didn't know, but it's still my point don't change. My point doesn't change. That's how I feel. She was on tour. Oh, yeah, I just read that. Beyonce says I just read that. Okay, I just want to make sure I was getting the comments. Not Bruno Mars always shows up. Right. And I'm not saying all black artists, y'all. So please don't. I'm not saying all black artists have abandoned us. But I am going to say that there seems to be a point where, and I could go all the way back to Michael Jackson. Like, remember y'all, a lot of y'all probably don't remember because y'all were young, child. Y'all was young. But y'all remember when the only way they could get Michael Jackson to come back to the BET was when they were giving him the was at MTV. They created the Vanguard Award for Michael Jackson so he would show up. They created that award for him. It's called the Michael Jackson Vanguard Award because that's the only way they could get him to show up. And I think that might be the MTV Awards, though. That might be MTV. But it was the same thing. It was the same thing. MTV couldn't get these big artists to come back because it's not just, let's be clear, it's not just the black artists that do this, y'all. It's the white artists that do it too. They stopped coming to the MTV Awards. What's up, King Retro? Yeah, they stopped. The white artists do it too. But the difference is they already have the Grammys, if y'all understand what I'm saying. They already have the Grammys. That junk be for kids. What's for kids? I thought they created the Vanguard Award as an apology. That was MTV. Right, but that was the only way they could get him to show up. That was the only way they could get him to show up. I'm not going to say the white artists aren't here for complaining. They are here for complaining. But what I'm saying is the Grammys are already in their favor. That the Grammys are already a mainstream white show. It's already a mainstream white award show. Anytime you got people like, what's his name? Macklemore. Is it Macklemore? Who's that white rapper with the tattoos all over his face? What's the boy name? It's not Macklemore. Maybe it is. Who that is? Y'all know who I'm talking about. Who that man? They took his name off of it, but it was originally called the Michael Jackson Vanguard Award. Is that Machine Gun? No, that's not who I'm thinking about. I know who you're talking about, but that's not who I'm thinking about. He had the Doritos commercial. He's got the tattoos all over his face. It's not Macklemore. What's his name? Maybe it is Macklemore. Post Malone. That's it. It's Post Malone. Remember the year that Post Malone won Rap Album of the Year at the Grammys? I'm just saying. Yeah, it's Post Malone. Y'all got me. Thank you. It's Post Malone. Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, I just thought it was funny that he was like, yeah, we just gonna start our own award show. We already have them, dummy. Soul Train, BET, like, we already have our own award show, y'all. Duh. I'm old too, child. I'm not interested in any award show, just the YouTube highlights and the IG fashion pics. Okay. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't care about award shows either. If you really want to know the truth of the matter, I don't even think I look at half of them anymore. I really don't. And when I do, I only want to see. I'm like you. All I want to see. I fast forward through all the awards. I just want to see the performances. And at this point, I'm so old. I don't even know who half these people are. When I watch BET, I don't know who half the people are. When I watch the Grammys, I don't know who half the people are. I'm just old. So at this point, I don't even be watching half of it anymore. Now the Grammys are good at these categories. They still place Beyonce and Rihanna, who are pop artists in R&B categories, right? Yet the Grammys never cared for hip hop or R&B for years. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It's not the same for white artists as it is for black artists. It's not the same. When white artists abandon MTV, they still have a place where they're celebrated. When black artists abandon BET or Soul Train, the Grammys don't celebrate them the same. The Billboard Awards don't celebrate them the same. The AMA Awards don't celebrate them the same. American Music, yeah, they don't celebrate them the same. So you are abandoning a place where you are being celebrated, where your whole culture, your whole vibe is being celebrated, and where you are understood. You are abandoning that platform for a platform that doesn't celebrate you and doesn't understand you and your culture, And now y'all want to be mad because that same establishment that you have embraced as the place you want to be, the pinnacle of your success, has now disinvited you to the party. Now you mad. Oscars are actually going to be good this year. They actually chose movies that people watched. I probably still didn't see none of them. I haven't watched an award show since Jay-Z performed for Alicia Keys. I remember that performance. That was a long time ago, but I remember because my dad, I love my daddy. He listened to the song and he was like, he likes Alicia Keys. He loves Alicia Keys. And he loved the hook. Obviously, he loved New York, right? He loved that hook. He looked at me. He was like, when Jay-Z was talking, he was like, well, rapping, he was like, now he might be telling a really good story, but I don't understand nothing he's saying. I was cracking up. Post Malone is a rapper. Is he any good? I don't think he was good enough to win Album of the Year. No. Lil Mama got on the stage at the BET Awards or something like that. No, this was the Grammys. No. This was the year, I think that first year that Alicia Keys hosted. And the song New York, this was, no. This wasn't when Lil Mama got on stage. Is he really supposed to be a rapper, child? I don't know. Was that before Alicia Child, I'm not doing this with y'all. So, but that's it. Ebby, were you able to find the link? I don't know. I didn't see if she dropped it. Ebby be in and out, child. I ain't see the link. Oh well, we'll drop it. We'll just have to drop it if I go live tomorrow. But you can always just go to the homepage and go under the membership tab and click the link if you want to become a member. You can always go to the tab. He's more rock than rap. He's dabbled in both. Lil Mama got on stage after the MTV performance, but that was MTV. I don't know who told Lil Mama that was a good idea, but she clearly was drunk or something. Anyway, y'all, let me get off of here. It is 8:00. Y'all know we're gonna get Love and Marriage Huntsville cracking. And I will catch up with y'all later. Peace.